Can users block certain ads from showing on their websites that use Google Adsense? To actually do this, I'm going to skip this question and actually go over to here where it's asking kind of before this is basically what is this? And this means how are ads placed on websites and how can I win more auctions? So actually, I'm sorry. This kind of goes along with it, but actually I want to go to question 9, which is how are ads targeted on the websites? They're kind of all related. I can just bounce around, I guess. So how are ads targeted on websites? Google uses AdSense. That's what it's called. And currently 10.8 million websites use AdSense. And this is, obviously a ton of different websites. This is built with, which is a handy tool for figuring things out. 10.8 million different websites use AdSense, and that's basically a partner program with Google where Google will serve ads based on people that run ads and stuff like that. And this is tons of different sites, ESPN, WebMD, and then blogs, even other all kinds of sites, obviously. So that's how that works, and it allows Google to serve targeted ads to people. Now, in terms of the actual targeting, is based on contextual targeting, placement targeting, and personalized targeting. And those are 3 different keys that you can actually set up within Google Ads to target your ads. So you can, figure out where you want to be placed. You can figure out, who you want to target. You could do gender, you could do incomes, you could do the normal and best thing I kind of recommend is the websites people visit. So their intention, what they're looking for, what answers they're trying to find, and what they're interested in that way. And that's how you kind of target people on Google, whereas Facebook is more about interests and kind of the life, I guess, of what people are browsing and searching. So it's a little different methodology there. But AdSense is basically how it all works. And then on question 8, they say, can users block ads from AdSense? So yes and no, mostly no. There are some limitations. There are actually a lot of limitations, but essentially Google will serve the targeted content to your site when you're in that program, and you basically say that's okay because it's all about Google using its algorithm to best serve the customer and show them relevant ads and websites that make sense to them. So they kind of control that aspect versus the website in general. And obviously it works fairly well because they have a giant network of, sites and everything, and you might not always get what you think is relevant, but overall it's pretty decent. And then the last question is, how are ads placed on websites? How can I win more ad auctions? So an ad auction is basically ranks advertised based on their bids and their quality score. So if you have a good quality score, meaning the content in the website looks good, people can search it, or actually are clicking on it, reading it, spending time on the page, all these kind of user interface, customer interaction stuff affects your quality score if you have a good website that way. And that is taken into effect, not just bids. So, which is very better overall for the customer. I do agree with that. Where, it's not just the highest bidder will win. You have to have a good website too. And that also, quality score is also affected into links and, basically you taking care of your site, updating it, having a good website. It creates, this win-win kind of situation. That's their lingo, not mine. It assists the ad unit to the advertisers who value it most, blah, blah, blah. And the quality score approach is good user experience. So, it kind of sounds like lame nonsense, but I do agree with this approach, and I do think that it does work because, it's good to have some sort of balance there and not just money based on that sense.